I had a strong feeling that she was seeing someone else. She would light up with big smiles and chuckles whenever she was texting, though she always claimed it was just her mom. Then, there were those late nights at work. But when I asked her coworkers, they casually mentioned that she had left hours earlier. When I confronted her about it, she brushed it off, saying they were just joking around. But the last straw came one morning. She went out to buy milk at 11:30 a.m. and didn't come back for 2 whole hours. Milk. Seriously. Looking back, here's my advice for anyone stuck in this kind of situation. Don't try to play detective on your own. Hire a private investigator. These professionals know exactly what they're doing and can gather the evidence you might need, especially if things end up going to court. Now, let's fast forward to her birthday a few months later. Why wait so long, you ask? Well, I needed time to gather all the proof from my lawyer, find a new place to stay, and honestly, plan my escape. Of course, I intended to confront her on her birthday. It's a classic move, right? When I asked her what she wanted for her birthday, she almost pushed me to go on a trip with my friends. I said, stay at home, because work had been stressful and I hated thinking about getting older. Her response, yes, of course, said in the most subtle way possible. When I noticed a bottle of champagne and 2 glasses hidden away, I did what anyone in my situation would do. I pretended to leave town with my buddies. Then, I called her parents, her sister, and a few of her closest friends to come over. I told everyone the plan. We were going to surprise her with an over-the-top birthday entrance, complete with noisemakers and festive cheer. Sounded fun, right? Oh, it definitely was, just not in the way anyone expected. At 8:30 sharp the next morning, her family and I gathered outside our place. There were about 8 of us, all excited and armed with party buzzers. We took the elevator together, trying to keep our laughter under control. Once we reached the apartment, I quietly unlocked the door. Everyone tiptoed in, holding their breath as we crept toward the bedroom. Her mom had the cake, grinning like it was the best idea ever. I gave the signal from the door, opened it, and we all yelled, "Surprise!" But boy, were we the ones who got surprised. There she was, mid-act, in a very compromising position with her lover, frozen like a deer in headlights. The chaos that followed was pure comedy gold. Her mom dropped the cake straight to the floor. Her sister screamed, so loudly it probably echoed down the block. Her dad, well, let's just say his language would have made a sailor blush. I played my part perfectly, pretending to be completely shocked, while her friends lost it, rushing everyone out of the room and yelling at her. Meanwhile, my now ex-wife was a complete wreck, crying, screaming, and trying to explain the unexplainable. Her lover? He scrambled to pull up his pants and bolted out of the apartment like his life depended on it. Honestly, it might have been the best birthday gift I ever gave myself. Of course, she didn't take any responsibility. Nope, she blamed everyone else. Her parents got scolded for showing up unannounced. Her sister was called awful, and her friends didn't escape her wrath either. As for me, she unleashed every insult she could think of. But hey, when the dust settled, I couldn't help but laugh. Justice has a funny way of showing up when you least expect it. I loved that woman for 2 years, truly, and yet there she was, screaming at me for ruining her fling with some random guy. The audacity, right? It felt like something out of a bizarre sitcom. Fast forward a few years, and life is looking pretty good. I met someone new, an amazing woman, but this time, I'm in no rush to get married. I've learned my lesson about patience and taking things slow. Now, I'm pouring my energy into the things I love, traveling, diving into my hobbies, and soaking up the little joys of life. As for my ex-wife, I haven't the faintest idea what she's up to these days, and honestly, I couldn't care less. The one thing I do know is that every year when her birthday rolls around, it still makes me chuckle. That wild day remains one for the books.